Hi everyone, I hope you're all well and welcome to today's video. In this video we are going to be tackling level 23 to 24 and the goal, well, this is the same as the previous two, so I'm not even going to go through it. And then the first note is that this level requires you to create your own fast shell script. This is a very big step and should be proud of yourself when you beat this level. This simply means that this is the first level in which we create our own bash script, so it is quite a big deal. And then the second note is that we need to keep in mind that this shell script is removed once executed, so we may need to keep a copy around. We just need to keep that in mind. And then these are some of the commands that we may use to solve this level. Of course, the first step is to log in, so we'll log into Bandit 23, paste the password, and then clear this out. Yes. So again, we need to look into this to see what is happening. So I'm just going to navigate there. This time we are interested in 24. So let us see what it has. Bandit 24. Yes. So just like the previous two, in every minute Bandit 24, the user executes this script. So we need to have a look at what this script does. So copy that, and then so this is the script and this is what happens. So of course this is a bash script. There is a variable like last time, so in this case it will be Bandit 24. So what this does is that as Bandit 24, the first step, it navigates to this directory and then it outputs this. It outputs that it is going to execute and delete all the scripts in this directory, and then this is just a loop, which means it is going to go through every file in that directory, and this is the action that it is going to take. So yes, so this is just an output, and yes, so what this line is actually the one that should be of interest. So if the owner is this, then it should time out, and then lastly it removes everything. I mean, not all of this is relevant unless you want to learn more about bash scripting, but all you need to do is that the user navigates there as Bandit 24 and then executes everything there and then deletes it all. So what we need to do is we need to create our own script that will be run by that user. The reason we do that is so that because we need to access the password from the official directory, the bandit pass, the one at /etc bandit pass, then bandit 24. But since we are not bandit 24, we need to create our own script so that when Bandit 24 arrives in that directory, they can execute that script and then we can see what the password is. It is just a sneaky way of doing it. So the first step, we are first going to create a new directory. So how you do that, this time let us use a custom one, so we're just going to do that. So we can name it that. Okay, since it exists, we can just navigate there just to make it easier. Okay, that is not a directory, so we can just create our own. This exists as well. So what you can do, Bandit 24 pass directory. Yes, so that is what we're going to be using. So let us navigate to that. We could have used the other command to create a unique one, but this time we just need to create a simple one. So that is why we are doing it manually. So let us get into that. Now once we are in, we are going to create our bash script here, because we cannot create it in anywhere else because we do not have that access. So I'm going to be using vim, so Yes, so use vim, and then we write the shebang. Yes, so should be enough. Yes, now once we do that, all we need to do is output the password from the previous one. Yes, we output that in our current directory, which is called Bandit24 pass directory. Yes, I believe that is what it is called. Yes, that is all we need to write. So we're just using this script to execute this, so that when Bandit4 goes to that directory and executes this, they will simply, because they have access to this, so they will simply output the password and redirect it to, oh yes, redirect. So yes, so we redirect that. Now it will be redirected to our own personal directory, and then we can be able to see it. Yes, there's one more thing. We do that. That is just, or we can just leave it like that. That is just a text file, so that the password can actually be redirected to a text file, because if you leave it like that, it will not work, because you cannot just redirect it to a directory. Yes, I believe that is it. So we output the password and then redirect that output to our personal directory in that file. Yes, I believe that is how it works. Now once we have that done, let me just clear this to make it easier. Now once we have that done, we need to assign it all the permissions, and then yes, we need to assign it all the permissions, so that the Bandit24 user can access, execute, can have all the permissions they need. Now once that is done, we take this script and we move it. Remember that let us actually, let me show you something. Okay, I will need to first of all navigate back to the cron, so that I can show you what is happening. So and then now we output this so that we can see what is happening. Yes, so this is the name of the directory where the script will go to. So how this works is that now we are going to move our script here, because Bandit24 is going there, so we move it there so that they can go and find it, execute it, and then we can see what happens. Yeah, now I am just going to copy this. I will edit it later, and then now from here navigate Bandit24 pass directory. Make sure everything is set. Here we have the script, so we take the script and then move it here, but instead of my name it is Bandit24, because Bandit24 is the one, Bandit24 is the user that is going to navigate there. Yeah, so once that is done, we need to wait for 1 minute, so that once the cron job executes, the password file can be populated. So let us just wait for 1 minute and then see what password has just something that I have realized is that instead of assigning permissions to the script file itself, we need to assign the permission to the whole directory, so that once the script is executed on the Bandit 24, the Bandit 24 directory, then whatever will be sent back can have access to our custom directory. So we need to do that, and then assign all permissions, and then yes, this is just to make it readable, and then our own directory 24 as directory. Yes, I believe that is how it should be. So we can now navigate back. You can just copy this. Yes, since we are here, now we can move the script. But let me just yes, no, not that one. Yes, now we can move it, and then now we can wait for 1 minute. Now that we have waited for 1 minute, let us have a look and see if there's a file. Yes, password is being returned, so it should have the password. There it is. So that is just a sneak way of navigating this. All we did was that we saw that in the cron job, the script that was being executed by the cron job was such that Bandit 24 was navigating to a certain directory and executing everything that was there. Now, since we were not able to retrieve the password as Bandit 23, then we needed to somehow do it as Bandit 24, and one of the sneaky ways which we have done is create a script which redirects the password from the official directory to our custom directory, and then have Bandit 24 execute it by placing it in that special directory in which Bandit 24 is visiting, so that once Bandit 24 visits that directory and executes it, they have the right, so the output is then redirected to our custom directory in this file. So that is why we have it here. It can be a bit confusing, but the more you practice, the more you actually understand what is happening. And I hope that makes sense, and I hope you found value in it. That is it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you and bye bye.